Mike's hot boots on the ground, troops coming heavy with the no-nonsense sound. Ain't no filters, we break the mold. Stories hidden, swept away, now they're getting told. Spotlights hit, the tension pops. We ain't here for nothing but the real damn drops. We're busting bubbles, taking names, cussing and discussing, changing the game. No smoke, no mirrors, no curtain calls. Piss on the fire and call the dogs. Steel chairs, court stairs, backstage heat. Legends fall when we bring that beat. Voices sharp, we cutting right through. Best damn team, yeah, you know it's true. We ain't your daddy's play-by-play. We call it raw, we're here to stay. From bell to bell, win or lost. Shoot, don't care who signs the checks or calls the boss. Putting out fires, taking names, cussing and discussing, fueling the flames. Standing tall when the last bell call. Piss on the fire and call the dogs.
Hello, everybody. I want to thank you all for joining us for this edition of Cussin Discussin. I am the Doctor of Professional Wrestling, Mike Blankenship, PhD. Alongside me this evening, the excellence of elocution, Walter Dixon. Sir, I'll say it one more time, and it seemed like I say it all the time. It's been a week.
It's been a week.
I mean, Lord have mercy.
The 7 days prior to this show was, well, it was a little on the crazy side.
It was definitely on the crazy side, but we made it through, and we are here, and we're going to do some cussing and discussing.
That we are.
First off, I do want to say before we do get started, though, big happy birthday going out to one half of the Route 33 Tag Team Championship, Grappling Inc., Titan Troy, the grappling god, celebrating a birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday, Troy.
Happy birthday indeed, Titan Troy. And also today, blowing out candles. He's 83 years old, the boy from New York City, handsome Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man.
Boogie Woogie Man, 83 years old.
83.
You know, he actually looks fantastic to be 83.
Honestly, I've seen him year before last.
Yeah.
I didn't see him last year, but I saw him year before last and the year before that, and he looks great. I mean, honestly, Jimmy looks great. He's still getting out. He's still going to these conventions, these meet and greets. And I think as long as he does that, it's going to keep him young.
Yeah.
It's going to keep him young. And that's something for him to enjoy. And I'm sure that the fans enjoy it too.
Oh, absolutely.
Whew.
We also come off a big weekend.
We did.
We had Elevate Pro Wrestling Live, EPW Live from Loyal, Kentucky. This was a benefit show for the Shriners Children's Hospital. Love to the rescue. It was a fantastic event, a night of twists and turns and some
unexpected
happenings. And it was just it was a really fun night.
It was. I had a great time. It was one of those
more than just the fun. It was a good night because we were able to give back to the Harlan County Shriners.
Yeah, the Harlan County Shrine Club putting that one on. Great having them.
Yeah.
Got to say a big hats off, coming in clutch on that one. Mayor of the city of Lowell, Clark Bailey, rather.
Yes.
Pulling out a big win for us.
Yeah.
We had some inclement weather coming in, and
we were seeing on radar
thunderstorm.
Yeah, it was rain from about noon till 9 or 10 o'clock that night. 50% plus chance every hour from about noon on.
The hour, almost.
Yeah, and we were going to do this as a outdoor show at the fairgrounds, the Shriners Club Fairgrounds,
Right, down in
Putney.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we had been in contact with the Shriners, and we're like, look, you know, we have a lot of gear, not just the electronic gear, not just the laptop and the audio equipment, the speakers and all this, but also that ring. Hey, when that canvas and that mat gets wet, it's extremely dangerous for these wrestlers.
That's it.
And
not to mention the people, the crowd.
Exactly. And, I mean, you know, we're talking about thunderstorms here. These people are going to be sitting out in the rain, getting soaking wet. Somebody's going to catch pneumonia. Somebody's going to get struck by lightning. I mean, look, I know I'm throwing out the worst possible scenarios here, but we want to avoid any negative scenario.
That's it. I mean,
and
it's all about a good time.
Yeah. We reached out to the Shriners, and they said, let us make a call. And a little bit, they called us back, and they said, they told Mr. Moore, hey, we reached out to Craig over at the mayor at Loyal. He said we can have the gymnasium. They had some other events going on in the building that night, but suffice it to say, we got the gymnasium part of the building, and we were out of the weather. Everyone stayed dry. The Shriners sold somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,000 hot dogs, I believe.
Hey, I can tell you something.
I didn't get a single hot dog. I didn't get a single bite of that chili. I made it out there in time to say, hey, I heard that the hot dogs are gone. Is there any chili left? Because I'll take just a chili dog.
Right.
And nope, you just missed it. And come to find out, who got the last of the chili? Who got 2 buns loaded with chili? And as I go back into the gymnasium, he's standing there eating the last of the chili.
Probably at Charlie Craig.
No. The demon baby, Nakeem the Dream.
Oh, you got to feed him. After the night he had, I'd have probably took a crock pot. But we will get to that in just a minute. It was a great, great night of action. And honestly, for everything that happened, all the twists and turns, Elevate Pro Wrestling live, and the show went on without a hitch.
Yeah.
And it was great from the opening moment all the way down to the last bell, twists and turns. I mean, we started that thing off with the Unpoppable Force, Sarah Bubbles, the FTC AOG Women's Champion, stepping in as our ring announcer for the evening. Great having her.
Command and control on the microphone.
Let me tell you
the crowd
something.
Eating out of the palm of her hand.
Hey, let me tell you something. What do you expect? What do you expect? Until Mr. 5-Star had to run it.
No one can truly prepare for that. I do have to say, Ms. Rachel Vanderbilt does a very good job of not being surprised when Charlie Craig interrupts her. But she's far above Charlie Craig on the social and financial ladder. So being interrupted by him doesn't affect her in the way it would affect a normal person.
Well, no, it's almost like family for her.
Right.
I mean, you know, you always got that one cousin. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, or that one brother that kicks through the door like Kramer entering Seinfeld's apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know all about that. But no, and Charlie Craig made his way out to the ring and informed the audience and us that the Vision Xander Storm, who was not in attendance, had instructed Charlie Craig, Mr. 5-Star, to cash in the Next Level Championship for an opportunity at the vacated Elevate Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
You know, I always thought right after Brutus vacated that title, that would happen.
Well, I had a feeling. I'm
mean,
right there with you, Doc,
opportunist
but,
is the word of the day on that one.
Also, there's some tricky maneuvering there because the 5-star Don, Charlie Craig, cashes in the next level title for Xander Storm to give him a shot at the heavyweight title.
Right.
But Charlie Craig's other client, Zach Apollyon, was the current number one contender.
Yeah.
Now, it is my understanding that originally that night, Mr. Moore was going to have a second contenders match.
Right.
Where we would be crowning another number one contender who would then face Zach Apollyon for the title. But Zach Apollyon traded in his number one contendership, not for the Elevate Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship, but for the Elevate Pro Wrestling Next Level Championship. So Charlie Craig managed to get one of his clients into the heavyweight championship title hunt and the other one right back into the next level title hunt.
And in doing so, when you went up there to receive the belt,
yes,
there's a little bit of a verbal joust there. I mean,
well,
take us through that.
Look, Doc, you've known me for a long time, and you know that I'm not gonna keep my mouth shut. When push comes to shove,
no,
I'm not one to stay quiet. When things are wrong, they're wrong. I'm going to call them out. Truth will stand when the world's on fire.
That's right.
But also in a war of words, hey, this is the excellence of elocution you're talking about. Charlie Craig, Zach Apollyon, in a war of words, boys, you go to war with this one, you're going to battle unarmed.
But they coaxed you in to, if Apollyon was to be victorious,
yes,
in his match,
mm-hmm.
that you would present and put the belt on him.
Yes. Now, I did say that I wouldn't put the belt on him unless he won it 100% by himself. But I was informed later in the evening that if he won, just to try to maintain order, I should go up and put the belt on him. Now, I done what I was told to do.
I understand.
I put the belt on him.
And we'll talk about that later on. But, you know,
I had to look. Yes, I accepted that if he won, I would put the belt on.
Right. You know,
there you go.
To start the night, couldn't have done it no better way. Hyper Rage, Chris Kendrick going one-on-one with a newly debuting Jaeger.
That was a fierce
Let me
match.
tell you something. Them two was a barn burner from a word go, back and forth, give and take. Two different styles, but they worked really well together.
Yeah.
You saw a lot of power and a lot of high impact, you know, going back and forth. Ultimately, Chris Kendrick picking up the win.
Mm-hmm.
But Jaeger, no slouch.
No.
He's definitely got a game to be played, and maybe we'll see more of him in Elevate Pro Wrestling.
Oh, absolutely. I look forward to seeing more of Jaeger. This is a guy who there was something off about his in-ring work very early on in that match. And after talking to him backstage, he's a very quiet, very reserved person anyway.
No, it didn't say much
But
at all.
After talking to him just a few moments backstage, I found out that he has been away from wrestling due to unforeseen circumstances and beyond his control. He's been away from wrestling for nearly 3 years.
A
Now,
long time.
we watch let's just take Randy Orton, a veteran, or a CM Punk, a veteran,
Right.
who's had literal decades in the business. We watch them take an injury or retire in CM Punk's case and come back after, in Randy's case, a year.
Yeah.
And we all know immediately it's going to take Randy just a little bit of time to reach his peak again.
Yeah, get the rust off.
Get the ring rust off. And that's why it's called ring rust. If
Right.
you spend time away from the business, if you spend time away from the ring, you're going to get a little rusty. You're going to have to shake some of that off.
You know,
and that explains why we've seen a slower Jaeger in the start. But as the match progressed, Chris Kendrick, Hyper Rage, Chris Kendrick, extremely fast, extremely agile, always 100%. And he was knocking the rust off Jaeger pretty quick. And by the end of that match, I think Jaeger was ready for another one.
I think he was too. And like I said, we'll see in the future if that be the case. Yeah. I know all options are on the table at this point. Next match up, we saw the Route 33 Tag Team Champions, Grappling Inc., the Bullies, Bully Brox Boulder, and the Grappling God, Titan Troy, bringing their hardware, their gold, from Route 33 down to Elevate Pro Wrestling.
Yes.
To give an opportunity to an odd couple.
Odd doesn't begin to describe what we got to see when you put together the Undead Tragedy Repic and the lunatic Caleb Throne. And then you have them accompanied to the ring by the Neon Enigma.
You know, I was standing backstage when the word come down that they would be a tag team and Enigma would be leading them. It was like a family reunion back there. I mean, I thought there was going to be tears.
I mean,
they was laughing and...
Oh, I'd say they were laughing.
It was scary.
It was probably psychotic cackles.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, that was crazy.
But this was a no DQ match.
This was no DQ. I mean,
we got to see...
We saw some crazy stuff. I mean...
Blew my mind. The chair shots were one thing, but when Titan Troy hit that package pile driver on the seated chair,
that was all she wrote.
I thought, oh my goodness, that's insanity.
And then Grappling Inc., of course, picking up the win.
Yes.
And at the end of the match, you have Repic outside the ring on the ground, cradling Caleb Throne.
Yeah.
I mean, like a baby almost.
Yeah.
And the Neon Enigma just hovering over. I'm like, hey, let me tell you something. That's a weird family right there.
Considering that that's the first time that those two have been a tag team, you would have, if you didn't know any better, you would have sworn that they've been tagging together for years.
You swore they were brothers.
Yeah.
I mean, they worked like family. I mean, it was like an instant meshing of the two.
I'm curious to know.
I'm going to tell you something. That is a tag team that if it were to happen, they possibly have a stake at those Elevate Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championships.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to get at is those two, if they can get their collective brain to function sans psychosis.
Yeah. Little bit of normal there.
Right. Just a touch of normal between the two of them. They're deadly dangerous.
Yes, there's no doubt about it. I mean, that is something to watch. And if you are following Elevate Pro Wrestling, you know, we were familiar with both the Undead Tragedy Repic and the Lunatic Caleb Throne, as well as the Neon Enigma.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. If you nuts shy of a Fruit Loop there, I'm gonna tell you.
Few French fries short of a happy meal.
If ignorance is bliss, and
that's the happiest three people you've ever seen. Anyway,
oh Lord.
Moving on.
After that match, you know, we've known Brock's Boulder for a little over a year, almost a couple years now.
Yeah.
And we learned a lot more.
Yes. And to pull the curtain back a little bit, we knew some of what Brock's would go on to tell the audience in attendance.
Right.
But it was a heartfelt moment that Brock's wanted to share with the crowd in attendance, with all of you who will watch that video post-production.
Yeah. If you haven't already.
It was a fantastic moment, Doc.
It was. I mean, Brock's Boulder, talking to the fans, talking to the crowd, expressing his love, his admiration for the Shriners and the Shriners Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
For if it not for the Shriners Hospital, we would not have Brock's Boulder.
That's fact.
I mean, he wasn't supposed to walk.
Yeah, he was born
without Achilles.
Yeah, sans Achilles tendons
in both legs.
And his parents were told when he was very, very young that he would never walk. Then they get sent to see a specific doctor, and that doctor says, you know what, I think I can fix this. And the surgery is, it's expensive.
Yeah.
His parents cannot afford this. But they wanted to do something to help their son.
Yes.
To give him
a quality life.
A quality life.
Yeah.
And
at least to be able to walk.
Who steps up to play the Shriners? And they provided for his family so that he could have the surgery.
Yes.
He has the surgery. He has to go through the physical therapy and the healing and all this. And the Shriners were there.
And learned to walk.
And he learned to walk again, or walk, period. And he is,
you know,
a multi-time tag team champion.
I don't
multi-time heavyweight champion, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he is. He's held regional titles.
He has helped train some of the best talent on the independent wrestling circuit today.
You know, here's the thing. You know, Brock's is the same age I am.
Yeah.
I won't.
Sans a couple months.
Yeah. Actually, he's a couple months older than I am.
That's what I say. Yeah. You're less.
You know, I'm younger actually.
Yeah.
And to see him at our age, be able to be out there and be competitive in a sport that we both love dearly, it's amazing.
It is.
It really and honestly is. And
none of that would have been possible without the Shriners.
No, that's absolutely it. I mean, there's nothing else you can say about that. Brock's invited the Shriners up. We got the Elevate Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship,
the vacant Elevate Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship,
the Elevate Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championship, which has not been crowned yet, and got some good pictures with Grappling Inc.
Yeah.
And Brock's Boulder got to look at those tag team titles, and he and Troy, I think they've done made their mind up.
They sort of have an eye on those titles, I do believe.
You know, there's something about them. That green leather it jumps out and wants to just
pops at you.
It wants to wrap around your waist. I mean,
it's just.
Let's just be realistic. If we weren't commentators, I'm just gonna say they are pretty.
But that was leading into the intermission of the night.
That was. We come back from intermission.
And when we come back from intermission, we get to see a triple threat next level showcase.
Yes.
So this is three guys who are interested in chasing that next level championship.
One of them very interested.
Yeah, which will be crowned later on in the night.
One of them who, if not for the 5-Star Mafia, may have been the inaugural Elevate Pro Wrestling
absolutely
next level champion. That being the wrestling machine Corey Sparks taking on the prize fighter Ken Jenkins in his Elevate Pro Wrestling debut, and a returning Ross Bray.
Yes. Ross Bray has been with Elevate Pro Wrestling on a number of occasions.
He has.
And
he was at our first show in Lawton.
He very much was. He's
how fitting to have Ross Bray, who was at our first show a year later, back with us as Grappling Inc.
Yeah.
You know, that was great. A great match. Those three took it to each other, and there was no give at all in that match.
No.
It was a house of fire from the word go.
Ken Jenkins was somewhat familiar with Corey Sparks.
Right. I think that was the first for him and Ross Bray to be in the ring together. The
very first time he and Ross Bray had met in the ring, had met ever, period.
Yeah.
Corey Sparks and Ross Bray are familiar with each other, but they've never been in the ring across from each other, although they've both have looked at each other's careers on a very, very high level. They've critiqued each other.
They have.
So this is three men who have tremendous talent. Accolades between them are just piled up.
Indeed.
And there was really no deep connection amongst them.
No.
So they ipso facto knew each other, but not to the point where they had ever really been in the ring together.
Right.
Turned into a tremendous match.
It did indeed. And like I said, the wrestling machine, Corey Sparks, pulling out the win in that triple threat match. That puts him in a very precarious position, I'm sure, down the road for a shot at that next level title.
Well, I would think, without a doubt, that has to put Corey Sparks somewhere way up there in the title hunt for that Elevate Pro Wrestling Next Level Championship. And who, in my opinion, and Mr. Moore, if you're listening, who deserves it more than Corey Sparks?
That's it.
Like you said earlier, he could have been, very well could have been, the inaugural Next Level champion had it not been for that devious and dastardly attack instigated by the 5-Star Mafia.
That taking place at Crater City Takeover in Middlesboro, Kentucky.
Yes.
There's definitely a case to be made there. But the next match is something that I think we all had wanted to see ever since.
Oh, yeah.
He vacated the heavyweight title, and that was the return of the Appalachian Animal Brutus. coming back to Elevate Pro Wrestling for the first time, stepping in the ring, knocking that rust off himself.
Yep.
And hooking it up with who better than the Demon Baby?
We were talking about the rust
Hakeem the
on
Dream,
Jaeger,
yes.
and that speed and athleticism of Chris Kendrick. Hyper Rage is a 9.8 out of 10 athlete.
Absolutely.
Nakeem, the Demon Baby, Nakeem the Dream is just above that level.
Oh, yeah.
In the fact that he is of the same style or very similar style as Chris Kendrick, a little bit faster, a little bit more daring. And he also comes at you with this sense of just almost a childlike enjoyment of being in the ring.
Yes.
And when he's that happy, he's that much more dangerous.
That's it.
So we knew right off that this was going to be an absolute wake-up call to the Appalachian Animal, because Nakeem the Dream was going to bring it to him 110%.
Yeah, outside the ring, they're great friends. There's no doubt in my mind. But once you get them inside that ring and that number one contendership for the Elevate Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship is on the line, all bets are off. I mean,
Nakeem took Xander Storm to the limit in the crowning of the Next Level Championship.
Yes, at Warzone he did.
He took Xander Storm to the absolute limit, into overtime, sudden death in that 20-minute Iron Man match. But Saturday night, he brought out something in Brutus that we haven't seen since he left Charlie Craig sitting on the on the stoop.
Yeah. We saw a determined animal.
Yes. At one point, he pounded his fists into the mat and screamed, "I want my title back."
Do you think he's having second thoughts about vacating? I know he done it for the right reasons. I understand that.
I don't
Do
know.
you think at this point he's saying, if I only knew I would have recovered this much quicker, I would have fought a little bit harder?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe I could have talked him into letting me have a few months to work this.
Maybe he regrets the decision on the one side.
Right.
But on the other side, I'm positive, because he spoke with us about this. I'm positive that he knows it was the right thing to do.
And there's no doubt in my mind it was the right thing to do.
He thought that it was going to take much longer to recover than it did. According to what the doctors were telling him and the severity of the fracture, he thought it was going to take much longer.
Indeed. And
the animal heals quick.
He does indeed. Those two back and forth, toe to toe, trading blows, trading pins, neither getting the upper hand. And all of a sudden, out comes Charlie Craig and the American Spartan, Zach Apollyon, attacking both the Demon Baby, Nakeem the Dream, and the Appalachian Animal Brutus, and Zach Apollyon, rather, taking possession of the ring bell and ringing the bell.
Yeah.
Effectively ending the match.
Causing what amounted to a double disqualification. And now
we have no number one contender.
We have no second number one contender. So who will be facing Xander Storm at Oliver Springs next month.
Will it be Nakeem the Dream? He has a case to be made. If anything, he has a case to be made because the match at Warzone, where he come that close, then last night he was that close.
Saturday night.
Well, yeah, Saturday night, rather. Does the Appalachian Animal Brutus, as former heavyweight champion, and his history with the Vision Xander Storm, that close?
Yeah, I mean, the Appalachian Animal has had matches with Xander Storm in the past.
One being at Crater City Takeover.
One being at Crater City Takeover, where it was title for title, which ended in a disqualification because of the 5-Star Mafia.
Zach Apollyon sticking his big nose in it.
Zach Apollyon sticks his nose in it, and that night, Corey Sparks came out to the aid of the Appalachian Animal.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I do have a feeling that Corey Sparks is shooting for that next level championship.
Possible, yes.
And it's obvious that the Appalachian Animal Brutus is shooting for the heavyweight championship. But will they each get the opportunity that they're seeking? Because there's other things in play.
Indeed. It's a time will tell thing. Will
obviously
Mr. Moore...
Nakeem has a sort of a conundrum there, because he has some claim, at least, to both the next level title and the heavyweight championship.
That he does.
So,
I mean, Mr. Moore has, if he thought he had a challenge on his hand prior to Saturday night, he's definitely got a challenge now. Let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
And then time for our main event.
Yeah.
The match we all were waiting for, no one more than you, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean,
like we said earlier, if Zach Apollyon wins, you're strapping the belt on him.
Yeah.
Going one-on-one with somebody he wrestled at Danger Zone, the Hammer Jake Rayner.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Those two have had, there's been bad blood between them for many months.
That's it.
There's been bad blood between the working man Jake Rayner and the 5-Star Don Charlie Craig for years. Charlie Craig has been a thorn in the proverbial backside of Jake Rayner for years, costing him titles at multiple promotions, costing him wins at multiple promotions, and that just added fuel to the fire.
You know, that match opened up, and I knew it was going to be a house of fire when the bell rang to start it.
Yes.
Because those two went head to head like two bulls that had nothing left.
Yeah.
Trading punches. Effectively, the referee exercising a 5 count on Zach Apollyon, not getting a break.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to call for a disqualification straight out of the gate.
Yeah. Which essentially, because it was 0-0,
it gave Jake Rayner one.
Jake Rayner won. And then turn around.
Jake Rayner pours it right back on him.
Jake Rayner gets himself disqualified,
giving Zach Apollyon
a win.
A fall. I'm going to tell you, that referee, he had his work cut out. Those two, 20 minutes, Iron Man rules, falls count anywhere, disqualifications during the first 20 count as a loss.
Yeah, well, except for there at the beginning, because you can't go into negative.
Right.
You know,
it basically, you lost, but it awarded a fall.
Right.
Then as the match progresses, they go back and forth. Rayner takes an advantage. Apollyon takes an advantage. They're up, they're down, going as far as to Charlie Craig throwing salt in the eyes of the working man, Jake Rayner. And even with salt in his eyes, he was able to roll Apollyon up and tie it 4-4 with a minute to go and a little left.
Stone Cold's got a beer guy. I got a water gal.
That's a fact. But with a minute left, down to the wire, and then at the end, they were fighting in the corner with the 10 count started.
Mm-hmm.
Apollyon off the ropes with a modified Luthez press, goes for the pin as time expired and the referee counted 3. Now, Elevate Pro Wrestling will always stand by a referee's decision.
Yes.
They have total authority inside that ring.
Yep.
But I believe in my heart of hearts that the working man, Jake Rayner, the Hammer, that should have ended at 0. Yeah. The match should have ended. It should have went into overtime. And I've actually got the video here queued up, and we'll take a look at it if you don't mind, to give you an idea of exactly what happened during the match between Zach Apollyon, the American Spartan, and the Hammer, Jake Rayner, and how it ended. You know, I got to tip my hat to Sarah Bubbles. Not only has she been ring announcer for the evening, also timekeeper during this match.
She's done a fantastic job, Doc.
Indeed she has. Both these men are worn out.
They've given it everything they have.
They have, and then they borrowed some along the way. Watch Apollyon. There's Rayner with the roll up. For a pinfall on Apollyon. There's 1, 2, 3. We are tied. 4 falls. Tied 4 apiece. 1 minute remaining. Somebody's got to capitalize. There's a tie. There indeed is a tie.
Charlie Craig beside himself out there, Doc.
That's a fact. These fans on the edge of their seat, bated breath. Everything to go. Under a minute. Rayner wiping his face on the referee's shirt, trying to get that stuff out of his eyes. He's got to go for it now, if anything can happen. Kick to the midsection on Apollyon, fires the right hand. Tied 4-4 is Rayner and Apollyon.
We are coming down to the final seconds, Doc.
10 seconds remaining.
8, 7, 6.
On, somebody's got to go for it.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, ring the bell. It's tied. Tie game. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about it. I think the time expired. Damn it. You gotta be kidding me. Now, I'm going to go ahead and back this up just a few seconds because I want you to see, fans, what I'm talking about. If you go back and we're going... Let me see where we're at. Of his eyes. It's hard because it's not going to let me time it. I'm having to count.
Right there. Go ahead and just
Let's do it from right here, and I'll stop it.
8, 7,
Come
6,
on, somebody's got to go for it.
3, 2.
Right here. Now, the timekeeper is at 2.
right.
The clock, if I bump it right there, is at 00.
Right.
When he's going up for the Lou
She
Fest
had
press.
just said 2.
She had just said 2.
Now, that's going by her clock,
Right.
which obviously the timer that was on the screen, she couldn't see.
Right.
Because, but
Obviously.
she's going by her timer. So then you've got this, okay, is her timer right? Is that timer right? I don't know.
No, either way.
But like you said, either way, even if, roll it forward just a little bit. Okay, right now.
Let's go to 0. When she actually calls 0.
Right.
So there was 1. So obviously
the pin count has started.
Actually, he is not counting.
But he's down in position.
Oh, ring the bell.
1, 2.
No.
He actually did.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Also,
timekeeper in this
match.
I think Rainer has a case to be made.
Indeed,
Well, obviously, I think Rainer has a case to be made. But also,
Both
I
these
think,
men.
as you said, it's to
Are
the referee's discretion.
And I'm going to bump it back up right here.
Fires the right. 10
The
seconds
referee made
remaining.
the decision.
8,
Count the pin.
The pin was in.
Somebody's gotta
The
go
pin
for
was
it.
in effect.
2, 1.
Right there. It had already hit 0. The pin was already in effect.
Right. We're about 3 seconds. 3 to 4 seconds out from the timer on the screen. The timer on the
2
screen
seconds off of
and the
timekeeper, Sarah Hubble.
So
I'm not sure about
here's the
that.
deal. The 1 count had started before the timekeeper's time expired.
Right. The time on the screen is expired.
Time on the screen.
She still had 1 second.
You gotta be kidding me.
She still had 1 second. As
I think
he's
the time
coming down for
expired
2,
before
her time
the
expires.
pinfall.
He goes ahead and counts the 3.
The time
Calls it
expired.
5 to 4. Zach Apollyon wins. Now, do not get me messed up. I would have loved nothing more than to see Jake Rainer pull off this win, or at least push it into overtime so he had a chance at a win.
Well,
I see the referees issue here.
Now, here comes my question. And this goes back to Oliver Springs, Tennessee, and the match between Nakeem the Dream and Xander Storm.
Mm-hmm.
When Nakeem had Xander pinned there at the end of regulation time, and the time expired before the 3 count, the referee blew off the call.
Right.
And sent it into overtime.
Different referee.
Maybe we need clarification from somewhere higher up as to what needs to happen.
So it's almost, I hate to put it this way, but it's almost like a balk call or a interference call in baseball.
Yeah.
Okay. It is to the umpire's discretion. Was he in forward motion in a balk call, or was the hit intentional, or was the interference? Some of these leave a lot to be desired, in the sense that the umpire in baseball has discretion, and the same can be said for the strike ball count.
Right.
Was that a strike? Was that a ball? We see this very, very regularly today because we have this superimposed box that represents
the strike
zone, more or less.
Yeah.
what we see on television is not always exactly what the strike zone would be.
Right.
Because baseball, the strike zone it changes.
It changes from batter to batter.
Well, it changes from batter to batter, but it also changes from league to league.
Yes.
So in Little League, it's one thing. And then when you get into like middle school Babe Ruth, it's something else. And then you get into high school, it's something else. You get into college, it's something else. In the majors now, it's not from the letters to the top of the knees. It's actually from about the center of the abdomen, not the letters, about the center of the abdomen. So between the navel and the belt. Because most guys have their pants pulled up a little higher, you know, so they can make sure everything's good and tight. They don't lose their pants in the middle of a show. So it's about where the ball crosses the plate or where the ball comes through that zone when the batter is in his full stance. So you take a guy, some of you are dating myself here, take a guy like Craig Biggio, who would almost get into a sumo stance when he was batting. His knees were almost at 90 degrees. His legs were out really wide, and the bat was straight up and down. His strike zone was about that tall.
Versus somebody like Craig Counsell who stood
straight up and down.
Yeah.
There was no bend to him at all. And his strike zone's about that tall.
Yeah.
So then take someone like Aaron Judge today, who's 6'7" and bats in a straight up and down stance.
Yeah.
His strike zone is about yay tall.
Yeah.
You know, so that box doesn't really change that much on screen, but the computer that's monitoring that box, it knows.
Yeah.
And the ump is supposed to be watching that ball in a three-dimensional way. The only problem is we only perceive 2 dimensions. We live in a 3-dimensional world and we are 3-dimensional beings, but we only really perceive 2 dimensions. Depth is not a precise measurement from our human eyes.
No, we can see, we know that camera is where it is.
Right. But we have to teach ourselves to judge depth.
Right.
As humans, we have to teach ourselves to judge depth. And we do that not with our eyes so much as with our brains. We're judging that, okay, the camera there, you bring it up.
Right.
We're judging the camera based on, we understand the size of that camera when it's right here in our hands.
Right.
And how big it is right now. Okay?
Mm-hmm. It's a whole lot smaller where it is.
It's smaller where it is as compared to when it's in our hands.
But it's still the same size.
It's still the same size camera. It's just further away, and we understand that. It takes the eyes and the mind working together in a way that they don't do naturally to judge that distance.
Right.
It's only 6.5 feet away, 7, but it is without a doubt much smaller than if it was right here in front of me.
Right.
So we do the same thing. You as a hunter, I've been a hunter.
Mm-hmm.
We do the same thing in the wild when we're looking at animals.
Yeah.
We judge their size based on what we assume, or we judge their distance based on what we assume to be their size.
Yes.
In conjunction with how small they are, where they stand. So,
and what area is in proximity of them. I know a lot of times I deer hunt. And I pick a target out in my line of sight in what I call my fire lane.
Yes.
My shooting lane. And I know where that target is, like a tree or a shrub or something.
Yeah.
And I can rough guess it, you know, how many yards that thing is. So when that deer comes in, Okay, I know he's here. I know he's supposed to be this far away. Where do I need shot placement?
Right.
All in any other sport, it's discretion.
But again, you're using an assumption.
Oh, we just hang loose, people.
Nothing wrong with the Wi-Fi.
I think we're okay. Yes, we are. Okay.
So I don't know how much you folks missed of that, but
I don't think they did any.
Again, you're using an assumption there. You're assuming, let's say you've picked a tree that's here, and the deer is in front of it. You know what little depth perception we have. You know that the deer is in front of that object, but you're not sure how far.
Right.
At that point, you know the size of the tree or the bush.
Right.
You have to make an assumption on the size of the animal so that you can make a determining guess, an estimation on how far in front of that target you are, or the deer is, rather.
Ultimately, yes.
So it involves a lot of assumptions on our part, and the same is said for an umpire in a baseball match where he is judging balls and strikes. Was that ball in the strike zone before it got to the catcher's glove? Or did the catcher move his glove after, because look, it used to be a catcher set up and he put his glove here. And if he never moved his glove, you knew where that ball had hit. If he moved his glove, you still knew where the ball hit because he moved his glove. However, now most catchers have started doing this thing where they keep their glove down until the last second and they snap up and they'll catch it. Even if they catch it low, they'll keep moving their glove up just a little bit so that the glove stops in the zone. Or if they catch it high, they'll bring the glove back down.
Right.
Outside in, outside in,
right.
Inside back out. This is a way to sort of trick the umpire into making a call. And it's called framing the pitch, or making it look like it's within the box.
Right.
When it's really not. Umpires are completely, they pretend that they're completely oblivious to this. But we kind of got off on that, but the point was that is a umpire's discretion call.
Yeah.
He can call that a ball, even if it's right down the middle. And for all intents and purposes, you can't argue. You argue, he'll chuck you. But the same is said here for the referee. It was his discretion. Does he want to stop the match here at a 1.5-2 count when the bell rings,
or continue
the pin? Now, if the pin had started prior to the bell ringing, I see the referee, and we've already seen that. The pin did start before the bell rang to end the match. I see the referee's point. Go ahead and count this pin out. If Jake kicks out, then we go into overtime.
Right.
If Jake doesn't kick out, that's it. Then the other option is I'm 1.5, almost 2 into this count. The bell just rang. Do I just stop this and head us into 5 minutes of overtime?
Right.
To make a final determination. But what happens if it happens again in final overtime? What happens if neither one of these guys makes a pinfall or gets a disqualification or anything in the overtime? And at that point, the ref's thinking, how many overtimes are we going to go into tonight? I'm tired. I've reffed 2 matches, maybe 3 matches tonight.
Right.
I want to go home. I want to get paid and go home.
It's discretion.
It's a discretionary thing. I can't argue with the ref on it.
Well, that being a fact, but ultimately, Zach Apollyon, your next level champion.
No.
And you have the love and the privilege, I suppose to say, I guess, of putting the belt on him.
Yeah, and again, I spoke with some folks from Mr. Moore's office earlier in the night, and I was told to keep the peace, to make sure that Charlie Craig and his mafia do not start a riot with the Shriners in the building. This is supposed to be a fun night to help the Shriners.
Yeah.
Just to keep the peace, please, if Zach wins, just go up. Don't make a big showing of it. Just go up and put the belt on him. And I did.
Yeah.
I went up and I put the belt on him.
And that's where it went downhill.
And immediately, Zach Apollyon turns and he starts running that pie hole.
Yeah.
Once again, he went into a war of words, unarmed. I won and you done it fair. You done what you said you. No, I shouldn't have done this because Charlie Craig interfered multiple times. We've seen Charlie Craig choking Jake Rayner. We've seen Charlie Craig hit Jake Rayner. We've seen Charlie Craig throw salt in the eyes of Jake Rayner. And you still barely squeaked out a win, Zach Apollyon. You still barely squeaked out a win. I shouldn't have even put the belt on you. You didn't deserve it. However, because Mr. Moore's people asked me to do so, I did. But they didn't tell me I had to stand there and take your verbal assault. They certainly didn't tell me I had to stand there and take a physical abuse. So when he touched me, swiped his hand away, and I give him a shove.
I think he was shocked. I don't think he anticipated that.
And look, I'm no wrestler, but I'm also not going to be accosted.
No.
I could quote John Wayne here from The Shootist, but I'll let that be. I won't be accosted. And I will say this. I've been around this business long enough. If Zach Apollyon wants to make this an issue, it can become an issue.
Yeah.
And I would be happy. I'm not a wrestler. But I would love to make a phone call and I will find him an opponent.
Could be done. Could definitely be done. We ain't been afraid before, and
no.
You ain't gonna start being afraid now. That's for sure.
No.
But I do want to say a special thank you to the Harlan County Shrine Club, to Rick Craig, those guys. Thank you so much for having Elevate Pro Wrestling being a part of your program. And it was a great evening.
Yeah. To Mayor Clark, the Loyal Police Department, all the local supporters, as well as God Love the Shriners for the work that they do. And I gave a little bit of a look, my story with the Shriners is nothing in comparison to what they done for our great friend Brock's Boulder.
Right.
But I did have to give my story, and it's just another, it's a moment that will live forever in my heart at how they treated my family.
Yeah.
So
great group of people.
They're a fantastic group of folks. They do a lot of work that helps children all across the country, and I'm assuming the world.
Yes.
So if you have an opportunity to help the Shriners in any way in your community, do so, because you can guarantee that that money is going to help a child or their family that is in need.
Absolutely.
But that is kind of where we're at with that. But it's also a time, it's a call to action.
It is.
So with that being said, it's not just the Shriners that do great works in the community.
No.
There are other civic organizations and groups that do things in the community. We here at Elevate Pro Wrestling, we love to do things for these wonderful civic groups.
That's fact.
That help those that have need, that help those that have given something for their community and now they need something back from the community.
And we will do
an example is the Disabled American Veterans.
That's it.
The Shriners, all these folks that do these amazing things. Volunteer fire departments,
police departments, EMS
services, Veterans of Foreign Wars, the VFW, the DAV, Disabled American Veterans. Any of these organizations, even if you're the part of a civic group like the Kiwanis Club or
Rotary Club,
whatever the case may be, reach out to Elevate Pro Wrestling. We would love to do a program for you to help raise money for your work.
That's a fact. And you can reach us at booking@elevateprowrestling.com or on Facebook at Elevate Pro Wrestling. Also want to tell them about Cussin Discussin.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we're becoming a name here.
Yes.
We're available on YouTube, Facebook, RSS.com, most major pod streaming platforms, also on Rumble, Audible, Amazon Music, Spotify, and many other places you hear your favorite podcast.
Yeah.
So if you're watching, share this thing. Let's get some people in here. Hey, you're stuck with us tonight, people.
Yeah.
We still got a lot to talk about. And then Sunday, we sat down and we talked and watched both nights.
Yes.
Of SummerSlam. Night
Sunday
one, night two.
We watched night one, which was Saturday, and we were live in Loyal, Kentucky.
Yeah.
So we couldn't watch.
We
Sunday
afternoon, on the back.
We watched the first night of SummerSlam. Sunday evening, 6 o'clock, live and in living color, we watched night two.
And we'll take through those matches real quick.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns and Jey Uso defeating Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed.
It was a great match, by the way.
It was. I had a great time with that one. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair defeating Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez to win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Sami Zayn defeated Karrion Kross.
No, that broke my heart.
It did mine too. I honestly, somewhere they dropped the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, and then Tiffany Stratton coming up victorious over Jade Cargill to retain the WWE Women's Championship.
I was a little bit disappointed in that one too.
The next match,
I feel like, where does Jade go from here?
I think you just draw back and rebound.
I mean, if you're Jade Cargill, I think that's what you want to do.
I mean, you're still queen of the ring.
Yeah.
You know, you're still the queen. Next match, Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre going one-on-one with the Viper, the Apex Predator, Randy Orton, and Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll!
You know, I don't think a lot of people gave that man enough credit.
Going into it, I don't think anyone except Randy gave him enough credit.
I'm going to tell you something. That match, probably not one match of the night.
He was without, I'm positive he had a broken rib.
Especially after that frog splash.
After that frog splash from Logan Paul through the Spanish announce table. He was being taken away backstage, and he looked back at the ring and realized his partner, Randy Orton, was in dire straits.
Yeah.
He was in a position where he needed his partner. He needed a partner. And Jelly Roll shook off the medics and the security people, and he said, "Get the hell out of my way."
I think he channeled a little bit of Mick Foley.
And yeah, it was a Mick Foley moment. He basically stumbled back to the ring, clawed up the steps, stood at the turnbuckle, and he grabbed that tag rope and just stuck his hand as far out as he could get it. And here comes Randy. Tag. Jelly gets in. Boom, boom, boom. Jelly is making quick work.
Yes.
Even though he's obviously in pain, he's taken far more than he ever should have.
Right.
And it just wasn't enough.
No. They come up short, but so much was made during that match. Jelly Roll and Randy Orton, like I said, coming up short against Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Great night. Great match, though.
Nah.
And then CM Punk.
Yeah.
Taking the win.
Yeah.
Over Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. The Second City Saint, the World Heavyweight Champion.
The voice of the voiceless, CM Punk, picking up a World Heavyweight Championship win over the Ring General Gunther. Punk is celebrating. The crowd is absolutely on fire, and the music hits. And out walks
Or hobbles.
on crutches, Seth Rollins.
With Paul Heyman, the Oracle.
And we're all in assumption that Seth is just letting Punk know, I'm still here. I still have money in the bank. We all know Seth blew his knee out a few weeks back.
Yeah.
And he's on these crutches, and he's got this big brace on his knee.
Mm-hmm.
He starts hobbling down, and then he turns, and he just
Drops the crutches.
Turns his back, drops the crutches, spins around,
Pops the brace off.
and
races to the
runs flat out. Ultimate Warrior run to the ring, grabbing the referee along the way, busting CM Punk in the head with the briefcase twice, 3 or 4 times in the back.
Cashes it
in, curb stomp, roll up, it's over. CM Punk loses the title mere minutes after winning it.
I think it's like 5 minutes and so many odd seconds.
40-something seconds. Loses that to Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah. And Seth Rollins now the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
This is this 2 or 3 times that Seth Rollins has cashed in
2
Money in the Bank?
2 times. 2 times, I'm pretty sure. Then the next night we are back with night 2. Can it live up to night 1?
We'll find out.
To quote Stone Cold Steve Austin, oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh hell yeah. And to start the night off, night 2, Naomi defeating Rhea Ripley and Io Sky to retain the Women's World Championship. It's a pretty good match. I was impressed. I honestly was.
I was really impressed, but I mean, I didn't expect that match to be bad because Rhea and Io, those are two of the best female wrestlers in the world today.
Naomi has come a long way.
And
I mean,
Naomi
you
has
have got
come a
to give
long
her a
way.
little bit of credit.
But I will say this.
I mean, here's the deal. Say what you want. She better than Jimmy.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
I
It
mean,
must suck
to be Jimmy Uso.
to be Jimmy Uso. Because Jay was in this thing earlier with his cousin Roman. Jay has been multi-time singles champion, intercontinental and world champion. Jay is on a rocket ship to singles stardom. Naomi is on rails right now. She's literally gliding on rails.
I mean,
she's the women's world champion. And basically everyone else in the family has been
a singles champion of some kind.
And Jimmy Uso was just he's not been in that picture.
No.
Just not.
No, he hasn't. But tonight it was Naomi's night. And next up, Becky Lynch defeating Lyra Valkyria to retain the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Those two gave it hell.
Yeah, it was actually a really good match.
It was. I actually enjoyed watching that. Got to see Bayley come out and interject herself, costing Lyra Valkyria.
Well, I mean, not intentionally.
No, it wasn't intentional.
But
intentional
kind of
or not,
yeah,
it happened. Then Dominic Mysterio defeating AJ Styles to retain that Intercontinental Championship.
Kind of a surprise there.
It was a surprise.
We knew that Dominic was not going to do that without reaching into his bag of tricks.
Both of them paying homage to Eddie.
Yeah.
AJ with the ride in and the tights. And
I think that was an attempt by AJ to kind of get into the mind
of Dirty Dom.
Of Dirty Dom, and maybe get him a little off his game. And I think it worked early on. But then, as we expected, Dom reaching into pulling some of Uncle Eddie's tricks and
whopping that steel chair on the ground and throwing it at AJ Styles.
AJ knew the trick, had been a student of the game for many, many years, still a student of the game.
Knew what to do with that chair.
Knew exactly what to do with that chair.
Hang it over your head and lay down.
But just didn't quite work out for AJ that night.
It didn't. Next matchup, Solo Sikoa defeating Jacob Fatu in a steel cage match to retain the United States Championship.
Yep.
He had some help.
Well, I mean, obviously, Solo doesn't do anything without help.
No, for a name like Solo, he's got a lot of help.
For a name like Solo, he never wins anything by himself.
It's kind of like Charlie Craig, Zach Apollyon.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder if he...
The five-star Mafia tends to win a lot of singles titles, but not
by themselves. That's a fact. And then the Wyatt Sicks defeating DIY, the Street Profits, Fraxium, the Motor City Machine Guns, Andrade, and Ray Phoenix in a TLC match to retain the WWE Tag Team Championship.
And obviously,
that was a teardown from the word go.
That match was phenomenal. But as you can expect, when you fool with 2 of the Wyatt Sicks, you're going to end up having to fool with all 6 of the Wyatt Sicks.
There was more people come out of there, out of the woodwork, and a family reunion.
Just saying.
I mean, Lord have mercy. And then in the main event,
Technically just 5. But I'm sure Bray was watching.
5, but I mean, then you had the 2 girls come out for the other 2 teams and wallop on each other. I mean, everybody was coming out.
Yeah. There was a lot going on in that match, but
It
was very fun.
For as many people that was in it, there was a lot going on, but it really wasn't overkill in my book.
Yeah.
They spread it out.
We made a point to talk about Seth Rollins and all of his people, and Solo Sikoa and all of their people, all of his people coming out at a past PLE, and it seemed like too much. We both said,
yeah,
it was just too much going on in the ring.
Right.
This one wasn't.
Well, no, but in that situation, it was one on one.
That was at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
No, it was at Money in the Bank, but
it kind of fit a little bit better. It seemed like.
Yeah, this particular ladder match for these tag team titles, like, okay, there was already a lot going on.
Right.
There was already so much. You had 6 tag teams in this?
Yes. So
there's already 12 people in this match. You have ladders and you have tables and you have a ton of stuff going on here.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like when there's already 12, what does it matter if 6 more get involved?
Right.
But when there was only 6 and then 6 more people get involved, it becomes crowded.
Right.
So, yeah.
It does in a way. But, ultimately the Wyatt Sicks retaining those titles.
Yeah.
And
hanging
then
on.
The main event, the one we had all waited to see. Would it happen? Would Cody Rhodes turn heel? Would John Cena swerve us? Could Cody win the championship? It was interesting.
And I told you before this match started, I said you and I and DJ ALX were talking about how John Cena seemed to be the old John Cena. How he seemed to be the hustle, loyalty, and respect John Cena.
Right.
He had turned over a new leaf. He was no longer the Rock's
lackey.
Yes. So what we end up getting, I even told you before the show, is I said, I think Cena's going to swerve us again.
Yeah.
He didn't.
No, that one surprised me. In fact, I think we got more of a potential swerve out of Cody.
Yeah.
I don't think it was. It didn't feel right for him though.
Yeah. Well, you could tell Cody was mentally fighting with himself about whether or not to use that loosened turnbuckle as a weapon.
Yeah.
He was fighting with himself the first time he used it. He was even more in conflict the second, even more in conflict than that on the third. And then it was I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. This ain't me.
And he threw it down, almost costing him the win.
Yeah. By
not using it again. But it was a great match.
A lot of turns and twists in that match.
And then the biggest twist.
After Cody won.
After Cody wins, He takes his moment.
Embrace with John Cena.
John
hands.
raises his hand, shake hands, hugs, and John says, "You done it. You beat me.
Nice seeing you.
Squash this.
Yeah.
This is over." And Cody leaves out of the ring, goes to the back.
And John Cena absorbs the crowd a little bit.
And while John Cena is kind of taking in a thank you, Cena, and a moment of reflection, we get this.
That's right. The returning beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar makes his return to a WWE ring, a partially dismantled WWE ring at this point. John Cena has just been in the fight of his life.
Yeah.
With Cody Rhodes. He's taken a turnbuckle to the face at least 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple other shots from in other places. He's slung into the steps. He was tossed into or run into the corner post several times.
Right.
John Cena has taken a beating, and look, there's no escape.
No.
You just have to plan on
fighting for your life,
getting the first hit. And John Cena, credit where it's due.
He tried.
John Cena knows that this is the case. He does not back down from Brock Lesnar. As a matter of fact, when Lesnar removes his cowboy hat to reveal that stupid top knot.
Yeah.
Slides into the ring. Cena immediately goes for a punch, which Brock Lesnar avoids, counters, turns into an F5, and leaves John Cena laying, looking at the lights.
Yep. And as is over. And that was WWE SummerSlam.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all as a PLE. I really enjoyed it. I like watching WWE PLEs.
Yeah.
But, and I'm going to let you take a moment while I go ahead and talk about this. I saw this earlier today when I was getting ready for the show tonight. WWE has signed an agreement that in 2026, ESPN will carry WWE PLEs inside the United States and the United Kingdom. If I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong. I may have read that wrong. I know for a fact the United States, but I don't know how wise a decision this is, because you go from a platform of practically, for argument purposes, let's say $10 a month for Peacock, to $30 a month for ESPN.
Yeah.
From a business standpoint, it's a great decision until you realize just who your audience is. Your audience, $30 a month to watch ultimately one PLE a month times 12 a year. So yeah, 12 more or less. I think it's a little bit much to ask of people, especially when there's so much going on. I don't think it was thought out by WWE. Nick Khan's went on record to say that he wasn't worried about it. I'm glad he's not, but I think there's definitely something to be worried about.
So I do want to point out that ESPN is 80% owned by the Walt Disney Corporation.
Right.
There are packages available where you get Disney and Hulu and ESPN for one price. So the $30 a month for the ESPN app may end up being cheaper than, but the point is this. WWE has made great strides in the streaming world since the debut of the WWE Network, which was, for all intents and purposes, a bit of a failure.
To a degree.
Well, I mean, look, even at this, Cody Rhodes said in an interview that Vince McMahon walked in right after the WWE Network launched. He walked into the locker room one day and he looks at Cody and he goes, "What are you watching on the network?" And Cody's like, I was watching like Spring Stampede from 91 or, something, whatever.
Yeah.
And he looks at Mark Henry, of all people, that's sitting there, and he says, "And what are you watching?" And Mark says, "I'm watching some of the old AWA stuff." And he looks at John Cena and he says, "And what are you watching?" And he said, "I was watching SummerSlam from 98 or whatever." And Vince goes, "I've spent millions of dollars to make all this new one-off content for this thing, and you all are watching all the old crap." And he just stands there. And Cody said, "I was thinking he was like making a joke, and I'm waiting for the punchline."
Yeah.
And Vince's face just keeps getting redder and redder, and then he turns around and storms out and slams the door. There were so many of these one-off WWE programs. They had hired so many people to write these programs and to write for these series,
Right.
and these WWE exclusive series, and nobody was watching them. Like, I myself watched part of a couple, and I couldn't do it. Like, even the cartoon, the WWE Legends cartoon, where they had Ric Flair coming out of a bear cave butt naked with his robe, just nothing but his robe on, essentially.
Right.
And you've heard him in the bear cave just going, "Woo, woo, woo, woo." And then you hear the bear go, "Raw." And then Rick comes sauntering out in nothing but his robe. Like, what was going on in that cave.
Right.
And, like, yes, it was funny. Don't get me wrong. But it's like they were reaching so hard to compete with shows like Family Guy, The Simpsons, King of the Hill, Brickleberry, and they just weren't doing it.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. I mean, wouldn't it have been better just to focus on what made you good?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They tried to do so much of this original content that wasn't designed for wrestling fans.
No.
Like, okay, I understand you're trying to broaden your audience, but
don't forget about your audience.
You can't forget about your audience, your current audience. And with WWE here jumping to ESPN, look, they dropped the WWE Network. They quit with it and they moved over to Peacock. Now they've taken part of the stuff and moved it from Peacock to Netflix.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden they're going to take the PLEs and move them to another stream. Like, look, folks, you've gotten me to you already had Netflix, but you got me to take out a subscription to Peacock, which now has several shows on it that I watch regularly.
Yeah. Not just WWE shows
Right, not
either.
just WWE shows. But then,
now you're going to have to take up another subscription if you do so.
Exactly. And I already have Hulu and Disney. I'm not like, first of all, I'm not letting my Peacock subscription go because there's content on there that I now am hooked on.
Yeah.
There's nothing else on ESPN that I would dare to watch at this point. I watch Braves games on and off, but I catch them mostly online through whatever, wherever I can find them. I don't watch them on a streaming service, or I'll listen to it on a radio app or just anything. I don't have to, and I don't even watch that out of 162 games a year. I might watch 5 until, postseason.
Yeah, if we do good.
But I'm not watching an NBA game. I refuse to watch an NBA game.
I don't watch it either, guys.
I refuse to watch an NFL game.
I watch one a year. Give you an idea.
I don't even watch the Super Bowl anymore. I don't.
That's about the only game I watch.
The only reason I have watched a boxing match since about 2002 that wasn't a amateur or semi-pro event. Amateur or semi-pro event's different.
It's because you wanted to see Mike Tyson whoop the hell out of Jake Paul.
Mike Tyson take Jake Paul's head off his shoulders, and Mike Tyson sold out and ruined me. Ruined it.
Yeah.
So the fact is, there is nothing, and I mean nothing, on ESPN that interests me.
No.
I used to watch Mike and Mike in the morning. You done away with that.
Hank Parker used to be on ESPN, or am I wrong? Hank Parker fishing show?
Yes, yeah. Hank Parker's fishing used to be on ESPN, and then of course you could also catch Roland Martin and Bill Dance on CMT or GAC or something,
yeah,
TBS, TNT.
It's just so much has changed. I mean, leave the TV alone.
I'm not buying a $30 subscription, even if I get a 50% discount.
That's still $15.
Even if I get a 50% discount because I have Hulu and Disney, I'm not paying another penny. I'm not paying a single penny for ESPN. I'm not.
Are we going back to the days of pay-per-view?
I would rather.
Are we going full circle here though? Is this where we're headed, back to the days of old school $49.95 a show pay-per-view?
$60 at one point.
Well, ultimately that's where you're at $30 a month if you watch one show a month, one WWE show.
Yeah.
You're watching a pay-per-view.
Yeah. You're paying $30 a month for a pay-per-view. But the thinking from ESPN's side is, well, if they pay for WWE content, if they pay for our app just to watch the WWE content, we'll catch them with some other ESPN content or whatever the case may be. And WWE is thinking, well, there's going to be a lot of football and basketball and baseball and hockey and soccer and whoever else fans that are already going to be subscribing to the ESPN app that are going to then be caught up with WWE stuff. No. Yes, there is some overlap. But there's also a great deal of the sports fandom right now who is absolutely fed up with professional sports. I don't know if you people have noticed this or not. There is a great deal of the fandom who is absolutely fed up with professional sports.
I don't watch NFL other than the Super Bowl. Don't watch NBA. Rarely watch Major League Baseball. I couldn't tell you who plays professional hockey. And I ain't really watched a NASCAR race since Earnhardt died.
That's fact. I can verify
So
that.
if you want the truth of it, yeah, I'm not paying for an ESPN subscription that I don't need.
Not doing it.
I mean,
I'll just catch the headlines for the shows the next day.
that's it. I mean, I'll do without, I guess. I mean, it's like I told.
Either that or I'm just going to be honest, and I don't care who's listening, and I don't care who gets mad about it. I'll either catch the highlights the next day, or I'll find a way to pirate it. It's as simple as that.
That's basically what people are saying right now. Your audience is telling you, we're going to just get a VPN and we'll watch it from overseas. I mean, you're going to lose money.
That's what you're getting, WWE. That's what you're getting from a vast majority of your fan base at this point.
And here's the thing.
And Triple H should know exactly what that means.
You're going to also drive those people who want to see wrestling to your competitor.
Yep.
Be it AEW,
TNA,
or the NWA.
NWA, CMLL.
NWA just inked a deal with Roku. They're on the Roku channel. So guess what, people? It's like I told old guy today that Josh Brown does ring announcement for All Star Wrestling West Virginia.
Yeah.
Told him. I said, they just freed my budget up. They don't realize it.
Yeah.
Indie wrestling's a whole lot more exciting. And you know what? I'll take that money that I was going to put on a subscription to some idiot program.
Yeah.
I'll go watch a live indie show somewhere.
Yeah, that $30 a month for ESPN.
3 good indie tickets
will get me personally into 3 indie shows.
And more if I'm going to do commentary. So, you know what? Hey, guys, if y'all need a commentary team, right here we are. We do commentary.
I mean, look,
Hell.
I understand that this is probably Nick Khan.
It's money.
It's a money thing, but it's starting to feel like a Vince McMahon thing.
Yeah. Like Vince is back, only he's not. Or is he?
Stop messing with your audience, folks. You're literally turning people away from your business. I'm promising you, I'm not paying $30. I'm not even paying $15. I'm not paying a single penny for ESPN ads.
No.
Not going to do it.
Not going to do it.
Not going to pay for an ESPN streaming service just to watch whether you do 5 PLEs on that app or you do 12 PLEs a year on that app. I'm not doing it.
Let's look at it this way, okay? At the end of the year, Cena's gone.
Yeah.
Roman is out doing Hollywood.
Yep.
I guess
Rock only comes back when
they need him.
I don't know, when he
wants to get him, when he wants to piss somebody off,
or when he wants to push a movie that's coming up that he knows isn't going to do good.
Yeah. All you got's Cody, and he wants to go out and do Hollywood movies.
Well, I mean, you have some great talent.
You do, but who is really going to be the flag bearer on this one?
Randy's nearing the end of his career.
Main event Jay?
Jay is not going to hang in at the main event scene for much longer.
He can't.
I promise you that.
He can't.
People, and I'm not me personally, but people have already gotten tired of Gunther because they say it's nothing. It's chops and a power bomb and a sleeper hold, and they're really not wrong.
Jelly Roll ain't going to wrestle many matches for you.
Drew McIntyre has been looked over so many times. It's It's so pathetic that you have
Drew McIntyre. What the hell about Karrion Kross, who they keep throwing to freaking Sami friggin' Zayn?
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Oh, for the love of sunshine.
You have people like Drew McIntyre, like Karrion Kross, LA Knight, that have been just glazed over for so long. These guys should have been in the major title. They should have all held titles, major titles, in the last 18 months.
Yeah.
All three of them. And now you're trying to tell us that we owe you another $30 a month to watch you feed Karrion Kross to Sami freaking Zayn. Look, I understood when you fed Karrion to Sami Zayn when you were in Saudi Arabia, but to feed Karrion Kross to Sami Zayn when you're back here in the States, stupid.
Yeah, you should have built him up. I mean, you dropped the ball. And like I said, NWA's on Roku. I mean, they've got NWA Powerrr, 10 Pounds of Gold, classic episodes.
You know who else is on Roku? The Wrestling Society Network.
Hey, there's another one. We've got options. WWE needs to realize this. Its fan base is going away, and I'm going to go ahead and jump down to the coming events because we're now at an hour and 46 minutes, and I think everybody else went to friggin' sleep on us tonight.
I don't care. If we've got 1 view or 1,000 views or no views,
I enjoy doing this shit. I really do. I mean, it's fun. It's what it is, and you know, we have a good time doing it. Appalachian Championship Wrestling, our good friends, going to have the guarantee Thursday, August the 7th. That's tomorrow. Buffalo Wild Wings, 70 Nitro Marketplace, Cross Lanes, West Virginia. Meet and greet at 6 p.m. Bell time at 7.
6:30.
I'm sorry, 6:30. You are correct. Tell you what, let me do something here. Sorry, guys. It happens. Old age is kicking in and my eyes want to do weird things. Here's the part where you didn't realize. A lot of people don't know it. Doc wears glasses. Or he should. FTC is coming back. Midnight Madness 4. And we're taking over Ironton. August 22nd. That's a Friday. Live from Drifter's Bar, 205 South 3rd Street. Bell time, 8 p.m. Featuring all your FTC favorites, Chase Stevens, Jillian Hall. Hey, there's a name that's going to be worth seeing. Renee Michelle, Sue Young, and all your AOG superstars. VIP ringside seating available at $20. Tickets available at Drifter's Bar and Grill or PM to secure your seats. Lightning strikes twice, August 22nd. You know, don't know if they're going to need commentary, but
I'm down.
August 22nd.
I mean, I'm down.
Who knows? You know. All-Star Wrestling, West Virginia, Wrestling for the Kingdom, Friday, September 5th, 2025, Madison Civic Center, 261 Washington Avenue, Madison, West Virginia. Doors open 5 p.m., bell time 7. And you all, that is going to be fun in the city of Madison, All-Star Wrestling, West Virginia. Walter, we got some room coming up here.
We have five, count them, 5 shows coming up for Elevate Pro Wrestling. The rest of the year for Elevate Pro Wrestling is already getting filled up quick.
This is why I tell you all, if you all have a civic organization, schools, y'all going back in session, if you're not already, you will be tomorrow or the next day. Civic organizations, DAVs, VFWs, police, fire departments, EMS,
extracurricular school activities,
extracurricular, basketball, wrestling, baseball, cheerleading, hey, chess club, ROTC, football, it don't matter
archery,
who it is,
golf,
home
whatever.
economics. Hey, Bring a Dr. Professional Wrestling into your home ec class. I'll teach them youngins how to cook.
We have Elevate Pro Wrestling, Saturday, September 27th, Tri-County DAV Chapter 26 in Oliver Springs, Tennessee. Saturday, October 4th, back in Loyal Gymnasium, Loyal, Kentucky. That is for the Harlan County Fair, I think.
If I'm not mistaken, we'll double check that.
We will double check that. Then Saturday, October 25th, Tri-County DAV Chapter 26, Oliver Springs, Tennessee. 1 month later, we're rolling right back to Oliver Springs, November 29th.
2 days after Thanksgiving.
And then 2 days after Christmas, Saturday, December 27th, Tri-County DAV Chapter 26, Oliver Springs, Tennessee. Obviously, cards are subject to change.
And the DAV at Oliver Springs loves Elevate Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, that is where we got our first EPW chant.
Yep.
Hey, folks, bet you can't do that one again. God, we're getting there. Hey, you know, let's go ahead and say some nice thank yous to our good friends out there that help us. If you've been watching the banner across the bottom of the screen, we've got them up there. Good people at Time Warp Earl and his gang inside the Ashland Town Center malls, down there beside of Belk's, Panera Bread, Five Below, all in that area. Go down and see Time Warp. A walk-in time there at 1626 6th Avenue, Charleston, West Virginia. Go see JR and his people down the walk-in time. They got some great stuff down there. Our good friends, if you want a wrestling school, let me tell you something. If you want a wrestling school where you can learn the craft and be taught by the best, the likes of Bobby Blaze, Brock's Boulder, and all those good people, FTC's Art of Grappling Wrestling School in Ironton, Ohio, 110 South 4th Street in Ironton, Ohio. Get out there and start. They'll teach you everything you need to know about wrestling, refereeing, ring announcing. Hey, say they got managing. They say they got a commentary program down there. Wonder who's teaching that one.
I don't know.
Who knows? You never know. Go ahead and take us through the rest of those.
Obviously, another big shout out to our friends Bob and John over at the Indie Wrestling Experience. Guys, it was so much fun being on your show. We look forward to having you on ours very soon. And of course, our wonderful friends at the Wrestling Society Network, the aforementioned Wrestling Society Network at the WrestlingSocietyNetwork.com, Wrestling Society Network on Facebook. Check them out on YouTube, their app on Roku, Amazon Prime, Apple TV, as well as look for their standalone app coming soon.
It's going to be great. I mean,
Brady, Bear,
I would rather
Rox,
pay money to the WSN to get their app is to buy ESPN.
100%.
Let me tell you something. It boggles my mind. I mean, I'm sorry. You know, take it for what it is. I mean, people, come on.
100%. I would much rather pay WSN for their app than to pay $30 a month for ESPN, where I'm just going to get to watch the WWE Premium Live Events and then have millions of hours of sports content that I am never going to watch.
That is it. I mean, you know,
at least on WSN, everything there has the potential to be something I'll watch.
Where does the madness stop at? I mean, or does it even stop?
But again, huge shout out to Brady, Brox, Bear, Amy, and the rest of the group over there at Wrestling Society Network.
Indeed.
And of course, as always, a big shout out to my wonderful wife, Sheena Dixon at Sheena Dixon Photography. Check her out on Facebook at Sheena Dixon Photography. And she's doing back to school stuff now. But hey, as the year goes on, you could be looking at homecoming, prom, senior night, whatever the case may be, just doing yearbook photos or whatever. give her a look there on Cena Dixon Photography on Facebook.
You know, and like we said earlier, Cussin and Discussin, we are available on YouTube. We're on Facebook, streaming live right now. If you're watching this, you're seeing us on Facebook, Rumble, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. You know, we are on so many different platforms now that it is not even funny, and we are growing. If you would like to see somebody on the show, or you would like to be on the show yourself, send us a message. Message me, message the Excellence of Elocution here. Let us know something. I mean, hey, we'd love to have everybody on here. No doubt in my, well, almost everybody, but I mean, hey, you know, we reserve the right to reject service here.
Yes.
And you know what? Like I said, Elevate Pro Wrestling. There's the website at elevateprowrestling.com, the Facebook page at Elevate Pro Wrestling. We're on TikTok and Threads and Instagram, and we're on X at EPW USA. We're on Rumble with Elevate Pro Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what more can people ask for? I mean, you know, it's what it is. We do a good job. Great bunch. Do you know what time it is?
Doc, I think it's time to piss on the fire and call the dog.
That is right. We have went 2 hours live almost tonight. An hour, 56 minutes and 19 seconds. But guys, we've enjoyed it. We will be back next week. God knows what we'll talk about or how long we'll go. Until then, for the Excellence of Elocution, Walter Dixon, I'm the Doctor of Professional Wrestling, Mike Blankenship, PhD, saying to you until next time, so long from the Bluegrass State.